Hi and welcome to the video. My name's Josh. I'm a designer here at Sizzix, and today we're going to be looking at how to turn household items that you might otherwise throw away into something that you absolutely love. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I will jump straight in. So let's get started then. Now I'm starting with a pre-printed sentiment here, but this could be something that you have stamped, maybe if you wanted to use one of our Sizzix stamped sentiments. I just needed it to say honeydew for the purposes of my make today. So I'm going to be using my switch machine today, and along with that I'm taking two of the dies that come with the switch starter kit, and that's this lovely floral one and the hexagons. Now the reason I've chosen the hexagons is because a hexagon is a perfect repeat pattern that is going to be able to cover any surface. So when we're looking at upcycling, these are a guaranteed winner. And you'll see why during this thing, because I've got a make that I will show just a little bit later on that shows how I've used those hexagons together. So we're going to start off, I'm using my media mat also. And we're going to be starting off by doing a bit of inking on there. So let's go ahead and start that. I'm starting with some Distress Oxides. Now Oxides, for me, they're a tiny bit punchier when you use them. I've picked two different shades of orange. Now this one looks orange, it's a spice marmalade, but if you use it in small proportions, it's actually a yellow. So let's go ahead and engage in the beauty of the media mat here. So I've applied that straight down to my media mat. I'm going to give it a few spritzes. So I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but what's happened here when I've spritzed it is we've got some big splodges and we got some small splodges, and that is important when you're doing a technique like this, because what I'm doing is I'm going to be picking up some big and small drips here. And I want them to be quite sporadic, quite natural looking, because with this being honeydew, which I've actually realised I don't even know what honeydew is, but I went with this word because it goes with my theme. So forgive me for that. I'm just going to give this a wipe off now. There we go. The media mat coming into its own now. So I just need kind of to wait for this to dry, but I'm not just going to sit there and wait. I do have one I've prepared earlier that I'm going to show in just a sec, but this really doesn't take long to dry at all. So I'm going to wait for this to dry, then I'm going to bring on my stencil. Now here's where I've used the smallest of our hexagons on here to just cut this out from some of our Sizzix stencil film here, and this stuff is perfect. Now this is pretty much dry now. I can go ahead and stencil it. It's a tiny bit wet, but it's not going to interfere with my process. So I'm going to take the multi-tool, and what I'm going to do is I've taken this concentric circle framelit here, and this is going to be where I'm going to frame everything. So if I keep placing this on here, knowing that later on I'm going to cut using this, I know that I'm going to be framing everything that's within this kind of little concept here. But already, have a look at that. Just look at how organic it is. We've got the tiny little drips. This is what sort of mixed media is all about, and I love to use mixed media when I'm upcycling. So we're going to come in with the dried marigold now. Now this is an orange, so we're using the yellow and the orange together, which is going to give us a nice contrast. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to place this down, and I'm going to make sure that wherever I put this, it's going to be either right in the middle there, so that it's not cutting any off, or it's going to be at least within that frame. So I'm going to lightly come in with my Distress inks now, and I want to make some subtle stenciled hexagons. I'll put this back down here, and do you know what? I'm going to come over here, and it doesn't matter if I come over the writing here, because the Distress Oxides are opaque, which means that the black, the dark of the writing is going to show through, which is exactly what we want. And the reason I'm using hexagons, this is going to give the kind of the impression of it's honeydew, so I'm going almost with a bee theme. And I'm going to place these round kind of sporadically. And the white of this lovely fresh white card, this is actually some of the card out of the craft box, is going to make everything stand out. So I'm just going to reframe this, make sure I'm catching everything in there. I'm going to put one more here. Now, the trick with honeycomb pattern is that we need to make sure that all of the hexagons that we use are angled in the same way. So that means we're not going to have some kind of skew hexagons, because that is just going to ruin it for me anyway. That's going to ruin it. We need there to be sort of a little bit of organization like there is in honeycomb. So there we go. We've got 4 lovely honeycombs there. I'm going to do one more that's just poking in from the top. So that's about here. And that will finish off this stage of the inking. And there we are. So already we've got this lovely little concept here, this nice little composition. We're mixing those organic shapes in with these hexagons, which makes a lovely contrast. The writing really sticks out there, it's really punchy. And now I can go ahead and use my switch machine to cut. So let's prepare the switch machine. It's on. I'm going to sandwich up the platforms. Now I know that I'm cutting, this is essentially a Thinlet die, so I know that I just need everything on the platform, and I'm going to sandwich it in between the 2 plates. Now I'm going to make sure that my sentiment is right in the center there. Now this is where I could have used, just to make life a little bit easier, I could have used some maker's tape with this, but we'll make do without today. There we go, and one cut through there should be fine. Now while that's going through, I should mention that I have used some adhesive sheet on the back of this, but with that extra layer of the adhesive sheet is going to be no problem for the Sizzix switch machine, because the pressure is perfect. Now, have a look at this. Now this is lovely already. And do you know what? I've not even told you what we're making yet. We're actually going to, I found an old glass bottle in my house, which looks like this. And I filled this up. I mean, just for the purposes of today, I filled this up with just some water and dye to give the illusion of some nice kind of sweet drink that you might drink in the summer. And this is going to go on the front of there, but we're not finished yet. So I'm going to take some of the lovely florals from the switch starter kit. I love these leaves, and one of these small florals here. Now I'm going to cut these from, again, the fresh white that comes within the craft box. So let's put this through again. Now I could cut so many of these floral elements on the switch machine, because we've got this lovely A4 size platform, but we only need a few today. So there we are, and all this is very nearly finished, but don't worry, because once I've finished I'm going to show you the other make that I created using an old scrapbook that I found in my house. So there we are. Now all we need to do is take these out of here, and then we just need to start thinking about where we're going to put these elements. I'm lacking my die pick. I wish I'd brought my die pick with me, because the tweezers just don't do it as well. So I'll be layering this up like so. I might put one there. I might take this other foliage element here and angle this up the other way. And I could use my sculpting kit to create some lovely dimension in this. But over there, I'm going to add this floral element, and I'll show you one that I've created earlier and stuck everything down, which looks like this. So I've taken all those floral elements. I did add that middle of that floral just to create a bit of contrast on there against that lovely fresh white. I've added the little butterfly element that's also in this set, and it's ready to go on the front of my bottle. Now, on the bottle, I have previously stuck this down. Now, because it was the concentric circle die, this is going to provide a rim around this circle here. So I'll just lie that flat down. And as I mentioned, I used my adhesive sheet, which is going to provide perfect, even adhesion with no mess. And all I need to do is make sure that this sticks in here. So it does take a little bit of doing to get the angle perfect. But if you just give it the care that it deserves, it's going to be perfect. You know what, I'm going to reposition that because I want the honeydew writing to be exactly horizontal. Like so. So I stick this down, and the adhesive sheets made that no problem. And have a look at that. Now this is something, say if I was making my own lemonade or some kind of summer or springtime drink, I could display this, you know, if I had a barbecue or something like that for everyone to see. I might put this because I think I've mentioned a few times in various blogs and vlogs that I'm sort of renovating my own pigeon coop. I'm turning it into this old pigeon coop I found inside in my new house in the garden, and I'm doing it all up and making it really nice. But this is, it's like an ornament that you could display, so that's absolutely brilliant. Now let me show you the make that I created earlier. So I could also, I mean, I've put this on the bottle, which looks absolutely brilliant, but if I take this off, I could also put this. So this is part of the old scrapbook that I found. I could just stick that straight down onto a scrapbook for another really nice make like that. But I haven't done that. What I've done is I've used the same hexagons here, and I've done that repeat pattern that we were talking about earlier. Now I absolutely love this make because we've used the Sizzix patterned cardstock. The great thing about these hexagon framelits, or any framelit, is that you can frame a sentiment. So I've written treasured memories there, a little ribbon around there, and how easy is that? So that has just added new life to an old scrapbook that I found, and I can take notes in this. I can have any theme that I want, depending on the color of cardstock that I cut from. It's just a really fantastic idea. So all I did is I layered them up, cut round them, and used that as the front for my new journal. So that is actually it from me. I hope that you can kind of comment with your own ideas for upcycling things using our products. Make sure you like the video and comment. We always read the comments. I love reading the comments. One other thing to mention is that for more inspiration, you can go over to the Sizzix website. So that's sizzix.co.uk if you are in the UK or Europe. And that is sizzix.com if you're over in the US. And you can use my discount code, which is Josh20, all one word, for fantastic discounts on all of this stuff here. So that is actually it from me. So I will see you next time.